going on, y'all? It's your boy Wisco Madman coming at you with another reaction video. So we checking out some Jessie B this go round, but before we do, you guys, please be sure to smash that like button down below, hit the sub, and switch that notification over to the all position. Now, we jumping up into Jessie B, as we said. And she called this one, Sony Leaves Artists Completely Broke. We've been on this journey of uncovering the bullshit. And I'm here for it and here to assist in any way I know how. Because I'm glad somebody's finally calling these motherfuckers out. And not just Sony, but like labels across the board. Exposing corruption is something that I don't know if I'll say I live for it. Like, it's not #1 priority, but it's definitely very, very entertaining for me. Very entertaining. So let's jump up in it.
I just want to be very clear in the intro of this video. What I'm about to show you, #1 is going to piss some people off, and #2, it's liable to get taken down. Before I get into the brass tacks of this video, I just want to talk about something personal that just happened, which is oddly coincidental, being that I'm investigating mainstream music. I received a DM today, and this person sent me a screenshot of my comment section on one of my last videos. And it was a bot who was...
Yo, I got one of these too. I commented back trolling them.
Using and posing as me, using my photos, and trying to entice my followers to accept some sort of...
I will say this, though. It's interesting the fucking timing. She gets into all this shit, and then the bot shows up. Interesting. Not the first time I've seen this exact layout of a bot, like the tell.gram, .me, Jessie Boyle, you know, that kind of shit. Like, it's not the first time I've seen that type of username for other people. But it's interesting it shows up right when she starts going at the labels.
...of prize. Now, obviously, this is a bot, this is fake, it's not me. So, if you're witnessing this, please don't respond. But this only proves my point that
My bad. The tempt to troll is strong in this one.
Bots are real. Go back to the first video and listen in on that. The second thing that happened today. I got a lovely message from Instagram saying that one of my videos was going to be taken down. And so I looked into it, and sure enough, it's a video from when I first started doing music. It was I Will. It was 2 years ago. And the claim said that the video was being taken down for copyrights.
Interesting.
On a song.
So that's Instagram, and that's why she couldn't dispute it. See, I commented back to her and let her know, like, hey, you know, you can dispute the shit. Assuming it was YouTube, because it looked similar to YouTuber. I assume that's what it was when she's talking about a video being posted. But if this is on Instagram, well, then Instagram's just trash. Meta for that matter, trash.
Song that I own. Crazy thing, you know, the real kicker? Some people in my comments were saying, like, oh, you should be able to fight that. There was no option. There was no fucking option to refute this claim.
Sorry, Jessie. I was one of those people. My bad. I didn't realize it was on Instagram, much less that Instagram was that retarded.
It was forcing my hand and forcing me to delete this video. How convenient. Sorry there. I'm just really passionate about this. I own the...
I'd be passionate about it too, like it's my fucking music, bitch!
Copyrights. Instagram is taking down a video I made of my own song that I own the rights to because of a copyright claim. Don't believe...
Yo, Zuckerfuck. What the fuck? Like, for real, bro. Get control of your fucking app. And yeah, I know you got people under you, but maybe you should reconsider those people if they can't figure it out.
Believe me? There they are. Right there, on my wall.
Ta-da.
I keep all of my rights on my wall so that every day when I sit here at this computer and I work my fucking ass off for my music, I can look at all of my hard work. A visual representation.
Fuck
so yeah, I'm fucking mad. I'm fucking
you.
Pissed. But I'm not afraid. I knew this was coming, but I'm not fucking afraid. So without further ado, that's my personal bullshit. Let's get into the meat and beans of this fucking video. I got a message from a couple of people in my comment sections and emails and whatnot asking me to look into this Michael Jackson evidence. What I'm about to show you is a video of Michael Jackson speaking out about Sony. He was...
Yo! She about to get into the fucking dirt! Oh my god, I've seen this shit in the comment section. Like, I was hoping, girl. I was fucking hoping you'd get into this. So fucking hyped for this, because I was curious too.
Previously an artist with the label, and he talks about his experiences with them. I'm not going to speak on his behalf. I'm just going to allow him to talk to you today. Now keep in mind, all of the videos I'm about to show you in this, number one, I do not own the rights to. Number two, they have been known to be taken down numerous times. And number three, so that I don't
Well, guess you got a repeat upload right here.
risk this video getting taken down, I've taken the liberty of changing the voices in each of these videos. So they're either going to sound really
high pitch or
really low pitch.
but consider
Smart. Fuck that algorithm.
this. If you'd like to watch the full-length videos to do your own research, I will link everything in the description below as always. So please don't take my word for this. Pay very close attention to this because this video is going to be extremely long-winded.
I really don't like to talk that much. I prefer to perform than talk. And I really want you to hear what I have to say. The tradition of great performers from Sammy Davis Jr. to James Brown to Jack.
You know, so before MJ even gets into this shit, I just kind of want to make the mention because this is something that's going through my head. Y'all know how I am. Want to get it off my chest. But I wonder if he overdosed after this. Because that would start to fit the narrative I've been seeing with a lot of other people. Small theory, Mac Miller did it, but, you know, I think that what we've heard is probably the truth. But, like, Chester, fucking Andy Bourdain, Chris Cornell. I'd be curious, be awful curious if this is something that might have been too much.
Wilson to Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly. The story is usually the same though, you know, these guys work really hard at their craft, but the story ends the same. They usually are broken, torn, and usually just sad, and the story is very sad in the end, because the companies take advantage of them. They really do. And Sony being being the artist that I am at Sony, I've generated several $1 billion for Sony.
Oh, billion? So that 9.12 billion as of 2023 is completely false. Michael Jackson alone generated several billion. Yeah, this is fucking horseshit.
Several billion. And they really thought.
You damn right, Jesse. You damn right. Like, I knew that number was horseshit to begin with. Like, we gotta look into revenues, and they're probably not telling the truth.
That my mind is always on music and dancing, and it usually is, but they never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them. We can't let them get away with what they're trying to do, because now I'm a free agent. I just owe Sony one more album. It's just a box set, really. It's with 2 new songs, which I've written ages ago. Because every album that I record, I write like literally 120 songs every album I do. So I can do the box set and just give them any 2 songs. So I'm leaving Sony a free agent, owning half of Sony. So I own half of Sony's publishing, and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me because of it. But
own half of Sony's publishing? I wonder when this shit came out. Because if I'm understanding that correctly, he owns half a stake in Sony Publishing. Wow. Owning 50%? That's dangerous.
I just did good business, you know. So the way they get revenge is to try and destroy my album.
Trying to destroy his album in early 2000s. Sounds familiar, right?
But I've always said, you know, good art never dies. And Tommy Mottola is a devil.
I want to make this very clear for those of you who might not know who Tommy Mottola is.
And that was exactly what the fuck I was just gonna ask.
Tommy Mottola at the time was a CEO, or like the president of the music sector within Sony. He was previously married to Mariah Carey, and Michael Jackson goes into that. But just so you know, Tommy Mottola, he refers to this man as devilish and the devil multiple times.
And Tommy Mottola is a devil.
I'm not supposed to say what I'm gonna say right now, but I have to let you in on the secret side. Please don't videotape what I'm going to say, okay? Turn that off.
Turn that off, please. Meanwhile, he's not gonna catch this one, apparently.
Please. No, what? I don't mind. Take it. Mariah Carey, after divorcing Tommy, came to me crying. She was crying so bad I had to hold her. And she said to me that this is an evil man. And Michael, this man follows me, she said. He taps her phones. And he's very, very evil, and she doesn't trust him. And he is a horrible human being. And we have to continue our drive until he's terminated. We can't allow him to do this to great artistry. We just can't.
That's just one video that's available on YouTube that Michael speaks out about Sony. Here's another one.
This is very important because...
God damn it, Jessie. I know I'm supposed to be taking this shit seriously, but you got me with that voice morph. that pitch was like, god damn. Love you, Michael.
Throughout the years, black artists have been taken advantage of. Completely.
I'm going to tread very lightly when I say this, because a lot of people have been led to believe that Michael hated his color and that he was trying to bleach his skin to be a white guy, and he got a nose job, and he did all this surgery to look like a white person. But why would he go out and speak on behalf of the African American community if that's the case? Something to think about.
And
Yeah.
it's time now that we have to put a stop to this incredible injustice. And like Mrs. Chapman was saying, people from James Brown to Sammy Davis Jr., some of the real pioneers that inspired me to be the entertainer that I am. These artists are always on tour because if they stop touring, they would totally go broken.
An artist who is generating billions of dollars for this company, if that artist does not remain on tour consistently, will go completely broke.
And
I mean, it's twofold. So first of all, I see what you're getting at, Jessie. 100%. They need to be paid more of their revenue. Because it's fucking ridiculous what the labels make. Y'all know that's how I believe. But we will add in that a lot of these guys don't exactly know how to spend money. They're blowing it like I do. Like, I'm gonna go broke type shit, you know? And when I say like I do, I mean that like quite literally, bro. 32 years old, still locking down the finances a little bit. I mean, I'm probably doing a little better than some of these artists as far as finance, like controlling my finances goes. But not by much.
it's been, the record companies really do conspire against
like
their
the
artists.
splurge.
They steal, they cheat, they do whatever they can. Especially the black artists. Sony, Tommy Mottola. Tommy Mottola is the president of the record division. He is a mean, he's a racist, and he's very devilish.
Now, you can believe what you want, but he continues to say the word devilish. He continues to say the word devilish. Anyway, you don't have to just take Michael Jackson's word for it. Let's get into another almost equally popular artist, Prince.
I know you haven't always loved the internet. How are you seeing progress right now with all of that? Can you use it to your advantage? It's a double-edged sword, you know. A lot of artists aren't getting paid full scale for their art, and the internet, because of downloading and things like that, is kind of like a black hole, and it's hard to audit, it's hard to get accounting, and it's not that it's just about the money, but it's about justice and fairness. And when people say that they love you and they respect you, but at the same time take, you know, 80% of your earnings.
80% of your earnings?
Yeah, this goes back to what I was talking about before. I mean, iTunes. Sell it for $1, get the artist 10 cents type shit.
Here's the little thing that's kind of hard to decipher when Prince is talking. It's hard to decipher whether he's talking about the fan base who is illegally downloading the music is taking that revenue, or if he's talking about...
Yeah, that was kind of the gist that I got as well, but the 80% I'm pretty sure is on the label. That's what that sounded like. It sounded like kind of hopping topics slightly.
The labels withdrawing that revenue.
Then expect you to fix your own communities, and they'll probably edit all of this out, but then it gets, that's the sharp part of the sword, and we're at the wrong end of it right now. So eventually, with courageous people going out there and actually saying something and standing up for it, I think we'll get some balance.
That was Prince talking. Why don't we do someone who's a little bit more up-to-date in a completely different genre? Snoop Dogg.
And before you know it, the artist is frustrated. How many artists do you hear complaining about, we don't make money off our YouTube video, we don't make money off our streaming, the label won't let me go? So is the label the bad guy or what? They're not the bad guys, it's a system that was created many years ago that they're not changing. They don't give a f about you, me, him.
Notice that whoever made this edit just put a picture depiction of the devil.
Him or the other. Michael Jackson wasn't even making dollars off of his album. How does that work, though? How is Michael Jackson not making money off his own music? Look this shit up. Who takes that? The record label? It's called points and percentages and royalties and shit that you get for the record. So, for example, if they were selling Michael Jackson record Thriller for $9.99, right? How much money do you really think he made off of each copy of Thriller? And that shit sold the most records ever.
Probably under $1. That's my guess. Under $1. Like 50 cents. Just a wild guess on old school ways.
He made a lot of money. But what you think the record labels made? They made all the money. If the artist is the one who everybody loves, he should be the one getting the finance. Perfect example, Taylor Swift. She ain't an old artist at all. She's quite new. What did she do? She remastered her album. Why? Because she wasn't making revenues off that album.
So again, we're getting painted this narrative by artists from completely different time periods and different genres that are talking about the same thing, about the artists not making the majority of the revenue, which is mind-blowing because they are the ones who are generating the product. Now I'm going to show you guys this other band. This is the final video I'm going to be showing in this particular video, and that is Smashing Pumpkins. This is a rock band. I'm just going to let them do the talking. This is a clip from the Joe Rogan podcast, and let's just go ahead and roll it.
Struggled to get the contract, and then the contract is sort of, you know, the indentured servitude type of thing. Our first contract was 7 albums, essentially 14 years. So I signed that contract when I was 23. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm signing, at 23 years old, I'm signing a contract that's supposed to take me into 37.
You're signing a contract for more than half your life.
And if you look at the shelf life of most artists, it's 4 to... So they're basically anticipating your entire arc.
So just to clarify what he's saying, you're a new artist and you just got signed to this label. They're presenting you with information that's not only telling you how much you're going to make and all this other stuff and how long you're going to be working to the company, but they're calculating how long you're going to be popular for. And they use that to their advantage to take advantage of you.
That's so crazy.
So you don't have any leverage, you know, other than that they want to sign you. You sign the deal, and then it becomes this weird dance of like, can I sustain success?
Yeah.
If you get success and you have leverage, they'll get out of your way because you're making them a lot of money. But the minute you're not making them as much money, then they step in and they start playing these Jedi mind tricks on you. We know what to do. You know, the public's going to forget about you. I mean, I've heard all these things.
So all in all, each of these clips, like I said before, is from
Fucking
completely
crazy,
different genres, completely different time periods, and completely different platforms. They're all saying the same thing, that people are getting taken advantage by these labels. And not only that, that they're backed by the devil. So what does that say for us? That says for us, they've created a system and a machine.
That's one thing I consistently had come up in my head, and those who have followed me closer understand, you know, not religious anymore, grew up Christian, Catholic, but I find it interesting that we're choosing the devil. Like, why so much reference to the devil? I mean, obviously most of it in this video is stemming off of Michael Jackson, but what is it with this? Because I remember growing up, it was, you know, that was thought to be a lot of business type shit. A lot of capitalist shit is all devil motivated. So I'm kind of curious, you know, why it's all speak of the devil shit.
That has a capability of running these artists' lives. So if they're able to control the artist, they're able to control you and how you see it and what gets told.
And that's my biggest issue with this, and that's probably my biggest motivation in going after this label bullshit, is because this is just one of many situations within businesses, corporations, that I see an issue. But in the music industry, all these labels can literally control a fucking narrative, especially when Sony owns what seems to be most of them. Excuse me, guys. But it seems that Sony owns most of them. So basically, whatever shit they're trying to steer across multiple genres, across multiple artists, they can steer your thought processing based on the music you listen to every fucking day. Reasons why I enjoy independent artists. Because I'm starting to see patterns everywhere. TV, movies, music, etc.
So then that leaves us with independent artists. How do you compete? What do you do? Where do you go?
Especially when labels bring about bots and throw money just to fuck with you.
It seems so hopeless as you unpack this information and you see the big picture here. And that's what I'm going to talk about in my next video.
Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. I'm loving what Jessie's coming up with here. Like I said, you know, my main motivations here, you know, I see too much controlling thinking. Not 100%, but like nudging society in a certain direction. You know what I mean? It's been in music for years. And it's not just any one person. There's not any one solution. It's just, maybe it's time for a slight system change on that. Scratch that. A big system change. Support your local independent artists. Support all independent artists as they come up. And who knows, maybe you guys will start to feel a little more like me in that you're more akin to or more apt to listen to an independent artist strictly because they're independent versus mainstream. Not saying I don't listen to any mainstream, just saying when I listen to mainstream, I'm always leery about new shit, you know? But if you guys like this reaction video, be sure to smash that like button down below. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Be sure to check out Jessie B's page if you haven't already. It's down in the description below, as is my link tree for all my socials if you want to follow me on other platforms. Appreciate y'all being here as always. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.